Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. I'm giggling, right? Because I giggle a lot, but I'm giggling because this is the second time I recorded that intro. I got as far as on the first time, my name's Tzvi Lebetkin, blah, 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 like, share, subscribe, blah, 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 and I forgot I was doing the video for. I was like, I'm doing this about Peter Davison. Peter Davison! It was his birthday the other day, April 13th. He's 72 years old. I feel so old, right? I feel so old. He was the young doctor when I was a kid. Now he's 72 years old. Looks pretty good for it. Anyway, so, to mark his birthday, we went over his run on Doctor Who on TV in the 80s, and also everything he's done on Big Finish, and tried to get an overview of this Doctor, rank this Doctor, came up with it. I tried to do a top 10, it came out to a top 11, right? I couldn't keep it to 10, and two absolutely awful stories. So, and doing it that way, you kind of got get an interesting overview of the whole era, so it's kind of good to look at it in macro. I did this on a live stream. I have live stream every night, baby. I'm live on Rumble, on YouTube, and on Twitter. You can catch me on all those places. Look at the video notes to find out where you'll find me. The best one is Rumble, right? If you really want to help me out, head over to Rumble, mate. Head over to Rumble and subscribe to my channel there. That would really freaking help me. Rumble's really good to me. So, but yeah, that'd be fantastic. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are good. We talk about all kinds of things on my live stream. Mainly, I'm taking the piss. Right? That's basically what happened. Mainly take the piss. But just come in, hang out. We'll have a good time. We mostly talk about Doctor Who. Like Doctor Who, Star Trek, all the crap that interests me, which is basically all the crap I think that interests you. So anyway, this is from a live stream. When was it? When did I do this? This was last night. So it all melds together into one. This is from a live stream I did last night. Again, his birthday was only, a couple of days ago. So yeah, it's from a live stream last night. So let me head over to me, as I said, from last night. I'll make a list of the best of, right? I mean, there's a lot of them on there, though. I mean, like Castra Valva, Fort of Doomsday, and Kinder, Visitation, and Earthshock are all best of, right? Okay, they're all going on the list because they all deserve to be. Castro Valva. So Valva. I love Fort of Doomsday. To Doomsday. We should have put Time Flight in the worst list. There are some shockers there. Kinder, fantastic. Visitation, I love Visitation. I really do. It's one of my all-time favorites, right? And Earthshock, establishing the Sea Devil. Cybermen, right? So, and then worst of Klunger's Time Flight, one of the worst of all time, right? That's a Arc of Infinity. Snake Dance I like a lot. Mordrin Dead I like more. Okay, on this list, I think Arc of Infinity is not on, but Snake Dance is, which is much better than you think it is. Mordrin Undead definitely is. Love Mordrin Undead. Terminus and Lightman definitely is. I even like the special edition. And listen, everybody loves Captain Rack's heaving cleavage. What's her name again? Who was in that? That's not Keith Barrett. Linda Barron. Linda Barron's heaving bust in that. Oh, yes. And a 5 Doctors. That's definitely going in the best of. 5 Doctors. Okay, nothing in the worst of list, though. Right? Yeah. Warriors of the Deep goes in the worst. There you go. Warriors of the Deep. Awakening, no. Frontios, sadly not, right? The realization of the Tractators is shocking, right? They're good when they don't move. Resurrection, Dalek, yes. Resurrection. And Caves of Androzani, probably going to be the best of androzyne. Okay, 1 second. Do we have any clunkers? Planet of Fire, Frontiers of Wait. No. Well, I mean, what other than Warriors of the Deep, right? No. Fine. Let's have let's change the slide, right? To the list. Okay, let's work out a ranking. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 11. Okay. Make it a bit bigger. Doink. So what's better? I think Fort of Doomsday is better than Castrovalva. Right? I like Castrovalva a lot, but I think Fort of Doomsday is better. By the way, the special edition is really good. Kinder goes above that one, and Visitation goes above Fort of Doomsday. Right? Oop. Then Earthshock. I think that's kind of equal. Earthshock is equal to Visitation. Snake Darts is, I would say, better than Fort of Doomsday, right? Then we got Mordred Undead, which I freaking love. Mordred Undead. I'm putting that up above or below Kinder. Above or below Kinder? That's the question. I think above. Again, special edition. The special edition is so much better. Enlightenment. I'll put underneath Castrovalva. 5 Doctors, however. It's high up there. 5 Doctors I'm going to put right here. Doink. Okay. Now, Resurrection of the Daleks. That was a good Dalek story. Introduced Lytton. That's a good question, isn't it? I think kind of equal to Snake Dance. Then, of course, we knew the top one always had to be Case of Androzani. Yeah, no, it's absolutely the best story there, right? Now, I think putting Mordred Undead as number 2 as opposed to Kinder is a bit of a wild move, right? Here's the thing. Here's my thinking behind it. Mordred Undead is it's a very more populist type of story, right, than Kinder. And I don't think you should hold that against it. But it's like Kinder, Kinder, I can only watch the special edition. I really can. But it's a much more populist Mordred is a much more popular story. So yes, I mean it's interesting about the Davison era. You do swing between these very popular stories and then these experimental stories. I mean, populist, I would say, it would be they go into populist, gritty, and oddball, shall we say? So populist. Mordred. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. One second. Mordred Undead. Where is it? There you go. Mordred Undead, I will call populist. Let's make this red. Okay. 5 Doctors, definitely populist. Right. Crowd pleasers. Resurrection crowd pleaser. I mean, basically, although I can bring back the Daleks, there's always a what's her name? A pleaser. Now, snake darts and visitation. I'm going to put those on wacky ones. And I think enlightenment as well was also a very populous one, right? So that's how it breaks down. Doink. Okay, so now the weirder out ones will be Kinder, Earthshock, Visitation, Fort of Doomsday, and so you see, so and then you got the gritty ones, which will be purple, Earthshock, and Caves of Androzani. Right, and then Time Flight and Wars of the other two worst of all time. I think that's a fair breakdown, right? So I think that also shows you the breakdown of the era as well. It's this is what the era was. It's basically a mixture of brilliant original, crowd-pleasing, John Nathan Turner shopping list ones, which kind of work, right? And like very contemporary, gritty drama, right? And super shit. And I think this actually shows you the breakdowns, right? So it was like 18% or something gritty, 40% experimental or new, innovative, and then was it there 30-40% and then 40, okay, say 45-35, right? And then you had the shit. Let's look at Peter Davison on Big Finish. 1 second, I'll go over here. BigFinish.com. Here we go. We've got Jerry Hansen. So, yeah, not sure I'm interested. It's a bit smaller. And share screen. Fine. Let's look at Peter Davison. Do I just look at the fifth? This doesn't really work all the time, right? Let's go sort by oldest first, because the oldest are by far the best, really, normally. Yeah, look, you're missing out. Like, how? I don't understand. Fine, you know what I'm going to do? Like, if I put it the Peter Davison collection, I should be able to get Peter Davison, right? Right. Oldest first. Silence of Time, bit naff, right? Price has gone up a little bit, I see. Phantasmagoria, it's a Mark Gatiss script. It's kind of like a fruity 19th centuries, evil villain. Missable, right? Actually, let's be honest, missable. Land of the Dead, also missable. Red Dawn, also missable. Winter of the Dead, missable. Mutant Phase, yeah, must listen. That was a great one. I mean, look, they're not all the ones that said missable, they're just like meh, right? Luke's Guru, I think, was very good. And Primeval, I remember enjoying, but I can't remember what it was about. The Scorpion, meh, unless you want to see the new companion Airman join, right? But most of the ones are kind of meh as well. Spare Parts is a must listen, right? That is a must watch. Creatures of Beauty, very divisive. I liked it a lot. A lot of people don't. It's very weird and experimental. Nick Briggs pushing the envelope, which I think is good. Omega you can skip as with Zagreus. Roof of the World, Accidental Sanity. Yeah, the game wasn't bad. 3 is a crowd. I remember being quite good, and the counselor. Yeah, all these are missable. I hate to tell you, they really are. Kingmaker, Singularity, Gathering was good. Circular Time was good, right? Circular Time was actually very good. So Renaissance of the Dalek was awful. It really was. Some of the Dragon, completely forgettable. Man, you're not doing good here. Bride of Peladon. It was a good way of getting rid of Airmen. So this is interesting. The Thomas Brewster F stories are interesting in that he's kind of like a real life Artful Dodger, right? They took the Space Artful Dodger and tried to do a real version of it, like what somebody really would be. And it was actually very good. The Boy Who Time Forgot was, man, see, these are too expensive. I mean, like $9 isn't bad. But I still think it should be $9 for the 3 stories, right? Or $10 3 stories. I think that would be reasonable. All right. I think the Boy That Time Forgot was about what happened to Adric after Earthshock, which was interesting. And Time Reef, I don't remember, but I remember liking them. Right, I do remember liking them. Return of the Web Planet was fun, as was Key to Time. This is when they first started working out they could do linked stories. And it really helped them, right? So the Key to Time was introduced the new Tracer twins, and was it they had one of the Troughton sons was the villain, and it was like a mini Key to Time series, but it was very, very different, right? This one, yeah, I felt like this was being innovative now, right? And the next set of 3 was also excellent. Castle of Fear. I can't remember what it was, but I remember it being good. Eternal Summer, I think, was in Stockbridge, right? And Plague of the Daleks was how kind of how people were organically becoming Daleks, right? And then they had Janet Fielding return, and it really got a lot better. So their first one was the Cobwebs, the Whispering Forest, and Plague of the Snake. All of them forgettable. I hate to tell you. All of them totally forgettable. I did enjoy the Four Doctors. That was a subscribe. They can't buy that anymore. That's a shame. Demons of Red Lodge and other stories. Yeah, that's one of the Port Mario releases, which is 4 one-part stories, which are kind of fun. Yeah, that's actually a good one. Forgettable, but a good one. Here is the Sontar was excellent, as was Kiss of Death. As was Rat Trap, right? They were on a good roll at that point. In terms of Missing Adventures, the Elite was excellent, as was Elite and Children of Seth and Hexagon. Yeah, that whole season was very good, right? 5 Companions also very good. Emerald Tiger missable, Jupiter Conjunction missable, Bush of Brisbane quite good, right? It's where they introduced Magnus Grill. It was really, I can't remember who played him, but it was quite good. It tied nicely into it. Let's have a look. We can open a new window because I don't want to go off this because I have to reload it. Hang on. Who was in this? Yeah, it was written by Mark Platt, which is always a good sign. Daisy Ashford was in this one. Okay, fine. Who's playing Magnus Grill? Mr. Sin by Magnus Grill. Angus Wright. Okay, it's not who I thought it was. Okay, whatever. This was a good one, though. But I just think, like, no one's buying this for $16. I mean, maybe they are, but I don't think they are, right? This is well overpriced, right? You're not going to recoup your money with this pricing, right? 1001 Nights was another Port Maris one, but hey, for the short stories, not really. Burning Prince was part of a longer trilogy of other stories. Lady and Nicia was actually, Mercia was quite fun. And Eldrad Must, this whole little run, Eldrad Must Die and Prison of Fate, yeah, it was all quite fun. Again, you know, what $45 for like $50 for the 3 of them? That sounds ridiculous to me, right? On that, it just sounds ridiculous. fanfare for they did a series of 1963 audios, which this was the best of them. Fanfare for the common men. It was people who were feeling the cultural zeitgeist of the Beatles. Like the end, excellent. See, that really is worth 60 bucks. I would say it's worth the special edition one. Moonflesh, Tomb Ship, Masquerade, all forgettable. Mistfall, Equilibrium, and yeah, all this forgettable. Secret History was quite good. That's the one where you had Stephen and what's her name? Was it Maureen O'Brien? That's not Dodo? Maureen O'Brien, was it? Hang on. And that was a good little three-part story as well. Secret History is Vicky. Okay, fine. Stephen and Vicky. That makes more sense. Oh, I went off this. Duh. That's exactly what I said. Don't do, Tzvi. Don't. Oh, no, I didn't go off it. Where are we up to? Yeah, no, I think we won't. See, they're so forgettable. I forgot we've been through. Okay, boy at the time forgot. There you go. Yeah, we've done all these. Yeah, we're in deeply forgettable realm. Secret History is not bad though. I enjoyed that. Again, Waters of Amsterdam. It was actually interesting to learning about ancient Amsterdam, which I knew nothing about. I remember that Aquitaine was forgettable, but I mean, and the Peterloo Massacre also wasn't interesting. Like, who was in that one? I was reading by Paul Margs. That's what. They say they say there'll be thousands pouring into Manchester tomorrow from all over the country, north, south, east, west. A piece of history lost in the smog of the Industrial Revolution. The TARDIS crashes 4 miles from Manchester in the grounds of Hurley Hall, a grand mansion belonging to the local factory and the proudly self-made man. But while Hewley dreams of growing richer still, the wealth of secret knowledge locked up in the Doctor's time and space machine. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. Yeah. Again, it was another like, oh, capitalism bad. And You Obey Me was great. That was part of a little three-parter, master three-parter, with one with the Seventh Doctor and one with the Sixth Doctor. Excellent. Cold Fuse I was never that enamored with as an adaptation. Memory Back and other stories, again, forgettable. Like, most things are forgettable. Starman, Contingency Club, Zoltis, Angel Heart and Dalek Soul wasn't bad. That was a good one. Time in Office also wasn't bad as well. Kingdom of Lies, I don't remember. I mean, there was one bit where the Doctor goes off in a huff for a few stories and they come back together again. It was in Ghost Walk. I can't remember. But again, yeah, that's not because it wasn't memorable. They had a little three-parter with the 90s unit. So this was good. Okay, this one over here, the Chameleon three-parter, The Devil in the Mist, Black Thursday Power Game, and the Chameleon Empire. That was all very good, right? I enjoyed that a lot. That was excellent three-parter. John Coleshaw doing Chameleon. What are we up to? Tartarus introduced a character from Cicero. I was like, not really interested. Legacy was quite good. Legacy of Time. Interstitial, Feast of Fear, forgettable. Warzone Conversion. Oh yeah, that's where yeah. So after he has a battle with the Cybermen, he goes off and leaves the companions. And the Nightmare Country was very good. That's an unmade script by who was it? Nightmare Country. Stephen Gallagher, I believe. So Time Apart is four individual stories. Well, he's left the TARDIS crew behind of that Roman slave they added on. They added on a new crew member. And then Thin Time Man were really not very good. It's interesting. As the logo changes, and that's where you start to see this drop. I mean, the first ones weren't bad, the Chameleon ones, but like the range was running on fumes at this point, right? Shadow of the Daleks 1 and 2 wasn't very good. Wicked Sisters also wasn't very good. The reason Wicked Sisters wasn't very good was it didn't feel like a Fifth Doctor story. It just didn't feel like you could imagine it was a spin-off. It just wouldn't have seemed to have happened. Blazing Hour, I remember being garbage. The Doctor showing up with the River Song stories was good, and then the end of the beginning was naff, right? Last Resort, I didn't bother with. It wrapped up the Mark storyline, the Roman slave they took with them. But 41 and 2, because 42 was excellent, but I would recommend those. And the latest one, no. So here's what I've learned. I'm not really a huge fan of Peter Davison on Big Finish, obviously, right? Obviously that is the case. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.